Right guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here to show you a little bit of a Tyranid conversion that I did way back in 7th edition when Tyrants with twin Devourers were the best things since sliced bread. Now, I was at Warhammer World last weekend and I met up with Dave from Snake Eyes Gaming. Go and check out Snake Eyes Gaming. David messaged us a couple of times about magnetising his Flyrant / Swarm Lord. And he was about to go and buy some of the Forge World Devourers, and I says, mate, I'll convert some for you. Well, I said I'll do a video for him. So that's what the purpose of this video is. But, you know what? People have helped me out a lot. I'm going to help Dave out. I'm going to do both of these, convert them up, show you guys how to do it, and then post them to Dave in the morning. Yep. So, it is really, really easy to do. I've got 4 Devourers from the Termagant kit. Chances are you probably got some of these spare. I've then got a left-handed Death Spitter and a right-handed Death Spitter, I think. Yep, one for each side. And it's pretty easy to do. You're going to need a craft knife, but don't do what I did and slice your thumb really deep and then spray over it with black paint. It's not good. Always cut away from yourself, never towards yourself. So, let's get them out of the way first of all. And get the knife that inflicted said injury. As well as a set of clippers. And what we're going to do, basically, first of all, snip your Death Spitter off way up there. So you've still got a little bit of space just past the hand. And then we're going to snap off. I say snap, we're going to snip it off there. And yes, I've got spray paint on my thumb and I look like a big girl. But there you go. Nothing new there. So, what we're going to do is essentially cut across there and then down there to basically stick the Devourer on the top and the bottom. So, to make sure we do it at the right angle, I'm going to cut the Devourer next, and I want to cut it about there so that you're snipping the hand off in one go, but you've still got like the angle pointing down over. And do this with all 4. Okay, so get rid of them bits, get rid of the 2 Death Spitter bits, you don't need them. And what we're going to do is essentially cut it so that this bit fits on top of there, just like that. So I saw there that it needs cutting straight across there. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, depending on your knife and the angle you're cutting. Now, for me, working around the camera, it's not easy. But there we go. And essentially, that'll glue straight onto there. Now, we'll need a little bit of trimming just to make it all fit in and stuff properly and make sure the edges go together. But then we're going to do the bottom one, so all you do is literally reverse it over and do the same thing again there. So straight across there. Maybe a tiny bit more. Still needs a tiny bit more for that. I'm going to use my bigger knife though. And just keep trimming until you basically get it to fit. Now, I was almost going to cut towards myself there. Don't do that, because then you end up with a bad thumb and having to use Gorilla Glue to seal it. Yep, I did that. So there you go, and then that's literally going to fit on there. And this one is going to go straight on the top of there. Use poly cement. I'll stick it all together, and then we'll come back once I've glued it, because it is a little bit fiddly and I just want to trim the edges up a little bit with a knife. We'll see how close we can get it. If you've got some green stuff, you can blend it in with a bit of green stuff, but we'll come back in a couple of seconds. Okay, so I've done the first one and didn't quite cut and trim the way or the place I wanted to. So there was a little bit of trimming involved with the knife. You'll notice I've cut the pipes off the Devourers just here to get them to be a little bit more flat. But you can see there that there's not very much joint. So you fill that gap in there with a tiny bit of green stuff. And of course on that side as well, you can barely tell. Or at least once it's painted, you can't. So I'm starting the second one now. I've cut the arm down a bit better. But this time what I'm going to do is basically trim the pipe off there and then kind of get it to fit there. So I'll try and do this one on camera, but you'll have to bear with me. So cut the two little bits of pipe off. There, so it's a bit more flatter. And then there's a few little extra bits around this side that I'm just gonna trim off very gently with the knife. And then you should find that that fits quite considerably better. So we'll do the other one and glue this together. And there we go, with a little bit of cutting and fitting. You can see there we've got two sets of twin-linked Devourers. That one, again, each one is going to be slightly different. You've just got to kind of trim plastic off either the hand bit or the Devourer bit until it gets to fit. So the top's got a very smooth fit there, but to get this bottom one to angle in, I've had to leave the pipe something. There's a tiny bit of gap. And then with this one again, you can see I've just had to trim around the edge of this side, where it lines up pretty well. Otherwise, you can get a little bit of green stuff in them gaps and just help fill it out a little bit as well. But of course, yeah, it is literally that easy to make them. So I'm going to get these shipped off to Dave. Dave, I expect to see some pictures, but I hope I've helped you guys with making your twin link Devourers. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.